Yo, what's going on, boys? How you doing? Marcel, Phil's in here. I'm sure Vlad's in here somewhere. Cool. Everyone else, welcome, welcome. First chart we're gonna go over today is this IWM. Remember, always zoom out on your charts. Look at the big broader pattern. Look at this IWM right here. I remember I called the December 17th 235s. Why did I call those? Look at this big monthly pattern right here. Huge monthly resistance broken through. And now we're just retesting and bull flagging. This is a very bullish setup. As long as we hold this trend line right here, I believe IWM runs right into the Christmas rally. Other than that, we might have a month. We could even have a few weeks like pullback. But what I see happening is if the market keeps going, I think IWM leads the way. What's up, Kritik? What's up, Rishi? How you guys doing? If the market wants to rally into Christmas, this is the most strong period of the stock market seasonally is right now, the run up from November to December, and IWM will be a leader in my opinion. SPY, obviously TradingView screwing me over, not showing me the proper all-time high, but I believe it's around 454 something. So that's the only resistance I'm watching for on SPY right now is the all-time high. As far as support goes, if we do pull back, just watch yesterday's low. Yesterday's low is very important. If we take out yesterday's low, we're doing daily consolidation. If we do not, we're just going to continue melting up. And it's very bullish action. What's up, Vic? CJ Fitz in here. QQQ Tech. So we had a big dump off after hours yesterday off that Snap earnings. I don't know why. Snap's not no market leader or nothing, you know? So just, you guys remember yesterday I was doing post-market. I said I have to go, and I ran away quick because I wanted to buy Snap and Facebook equity. So, and those are both up. Facebook's up 10 after that big dump. Snapchat was up 6 or 8 even. I think some people got it for 53, 52. And it's already at 60. Facebook went down to 320, and it went up back up. Now I think it's 328-ish, 329. Google went down 70 points. It's already up 35 points. So it's just an overreaction, guys. Pay attention to today. If they say that they don't have any iOS issues with their ads, they're going to fly. Like, this is just a dip buying opportunity. What's going on? Nils Andrews in here. And yeah, QQQ looks fine. Absolutely fine on the daily, on the longer term time frames. Everything looks good. Again, the only thing you have to watch now is resistance at all-time highs for QQQ, and support would be today's low, the first support. XLF is up today. American Express actually crushed their earnings. I told you guys about American Express a while ago. The chart was absolutely beautiful. They had a lot of good things to say about small business, etc., and now it's gapping up to 182, which will be an all-time high for an American Express. And the chart looks fantastic. This is the most bullish charts out of all of them. MasterCard is way down here. MasterCard I won't even entertain unless it's a closing above 360. Visa, same exact pattern. I won't even entertain unless it's closing above 234. Other than that, everything else looks fine. XLF was all-time highs before everything else. Let's see if it wants to continue going or if it pulls back. The AXP news should bring it to all-time highs, which it has after hours. Let's see if it holds up there or not. IWM, again, we already did the monthly. The daily looks whatever. It's fantastic. Like, there's a support line here if you want to draw it. You can just visualize these at this point. I mean, I don't have to draw all the lines, but this is pretty clear support line. We don't want it to break underneath there. As long as it stays above, it should just continue melting up to the all-time highs, which is 230, 265. And yesterday, you guys seen Skills and a bunch of others actually running. That means that small caps are getting back in favor. So if they want to run small caps into the end of the year, IWM will be very, very good call. That 235 for December 17th that I called out is already up about 40 or 50%. So keep an eye on that one. Other than that, VIX is the lowest it's been since June. Wait, one second. Yeah, VIX is the lowest it's been since June. So every time it gets down here, sometimes it just kind of goes sideways for a while. Sometimes it spikes up. So let's see. I think the next spike up on VIX will probably be the November Fed meeting where they raise rates or not. TNX, the rates are slowly rising. This is the only thing that's scaring me about the market right now. With the yields this high, it's very hard to have tech this high too. I don't know how it's happening. I don't know why it's happening. It is happening, so I'm playing it, but be careful. Yields should not be this high. Let's check out the others now. We've got a bunch of charts to go over today. Just give me a second here. Of course, we're going to go over Amazon, everyone's favorite stock, Amazon, where people make fun of us because of it hasn't moved in so long, but we've been making so much money on Amazon. Who cares if it moves or not, right? When it does actually move, oh my God, this is going to be a very fruitful move. Is it today? Is it next week? It looks like it's ready to go. Recovered all the losses from yesterday. Good, because it didn't make sense at all. What's going on, Yash, Danish? Critics in here. I got Tesla up on the screen, bro. Don't worry. Amazon. So we're just flagging out here. We're waiting for the next move. Does it just wait for the moving averages to catch up and then rip? Or does it rip today? Let's see what happens. We all have Amazon lottos for today. And let's see what happens. Remember, a lotto is meant, you have to expect zero. You're not giving enough time for your play to play out. So a lot of times what lottos do is they expire worthless, and then the next Monday after that they rip. It's just how the stock market goes. If you want to play it safer, whatever lotto we call out, you can add an extra week. You can do whatever you want, but buy equity, whatever you want. But if you're playing a lotto, just expect zero. Don't go too heavy. Don't think you're going to get rich off one trade. And it is what it is. We have Amazon profits from last week to play with as well. So DWAC, the title of the video, Trump Pump. Why did I name it Trump Pump? DWAC was up 360% yesterday. And I got messages on my Instagram and my Snapchat from 5 different people saying, do we invest in this? Do we invest in this? I said it's probably going to 100, but it's not something you want to invest in, because as soon as it hits 100, in my opinion, it's just going to get dumped. Like, it's, you guys ever seen Tilray when it went up to $300? It hit 300 on the dot, and then it just pulled back like 70% the same day. So what I have to say about these small caps, or these pump stocks, these DWACs, these Tilrays, these short squeezes, get in. I'm not saying don't get in. Make your money, be happy with a certain amount of money, and get the hell out, or else you're going to be bag holding for a very, very long time. It's like musical chairs. Everyone buys a share, everyone's making money until the music stops, and then you're the one stuck holding the bag. So get in, make your money, get the hell out. Whether it's in a day, whether it's in 2 days, whether it's in 3 days. I don't want to be holding these for a week, a month. I don't want to be holding them. They're not good investments at this point. It's way overvalued. And yeah, just play the momentum. I mean, we're already at 83. We hit 93.43 pre-market. I have a sell order at $100. If I sell it for $100 and it goes to $300, I don't care. I wrote it from 13 to 100. I'm happy with the money, and I'll get out. I'm not going to hold on hoping for $500, $600. It's just silly. I'm going to be stuck holding the bag at the end, and then we're really going to cry. LC not looking too hot this morning. I mean, we have a little pullback pre-market here, 34. Again, the only thing I care about is this weekly and monthly breakout on LC. As long as we close today above $34, $34 critical. If we close below $34, I'm not going to be as bullish on this stock as I was before. But a close above 34, we should absolutely rip next week. So let's see if LC holds up over 34 today. ATVI, first stop is $79, which is a 50-day moving average. Second stop is $80.50, which is a fib. Third stop is the 200-day moving average at $89.50. If we get to $89.50, those options that we bought for November 19th will be probably a triple or quadruple by then. So let's see if we can get this move. We have a bunch of catalysts. I've been over them for everyone in my stock life. Tesla, huge earnings yesterday, beat on everything, beat revs, beat EPS. Guided up, everything's fantastic. Their margins are actually amazing. I was looking into it last night. Ford and GM, like, say you have a fucking Apple and you bought the Apple for $1, you're selling that Apple for $1.20. That's what Ford and GM are doing. Tesla has that same Apple they bought for $1.20. They're selling it for $2.40. So they're making a lot more money on each sale of their car than GM and Ford are. It's very, very important for business. If you know anything about business, margins are huge. Margins are the most important thing. And Tesla raised their margins in every category. So pay attention to Tesla. The only number to watch is 900. Over 900, I think Tesla goes berserk, and it has a magnet to a $1 trillion market cap. Right now, it's about $900 billion market cap. If it gets to $1,000 a stock, that's $1 trillion market cap, and I think it has a magnet there. So keep watching Tesla. We're in the 950s for next week. Let's see what happens today. If it goes well, if it goes how I planned, then I plan to sell some of those today. Other than that, I am bullish on Tesla. It looks great. Price target upgrades all over the place. Fastly looks fantastic. Just normal consolidation here. People would get scared. It's it's not going up 10% every day. Like, it's just consolidating. Stock can't go straight up in a line. And this is healthy consolidation. It's just going sideways. So Fastly, we bought at 41, ripped right to 51.60 in like 2 weeks. That's $10. They added 20% market cap in 10 days. So think about that. So right now it's just flagging out sideways, looking for the next move up to 53.50. If it breaks 53.50, we can go all the way to $60 to the 200-day moving average. Facebook, big dump on Snap earnings last night for no goddamn reason at all. Snap doesn't matter. If Facebook comes out and says they already warned about iOS, they warned about iOS and their stock dumped already. This is like deja vu already. So if they come out and say iOS is not a problem, Facebook's gonna rip, absolutely rip. And as you see, yesterday at post market, I jumped off because I wanted to buy equities. Facebook hit 315 yesterday in after hours. This morning it was trading at 330. You could have made $15 a stock just by buying equity on that overreaction yesterday. Google, same thing, dumped 70 off those. It actually went down to 2725, and this morning's high was 2795. You could have made 70 points on Google from the lows from yesterday, just if you weren't scared. Snapchat, I did buy myself around $56, right about here at this candle right here. So I missed the bottom. The bottom was 52.57. I bought at 56. Sold for 60 this morning. I'll take a quick $4 overnight for nothing. And now we're just gonna let it base. Why did I sell? Let it base. Look at this Etsy after the missed earnings. So why do I compare these companies? They're all kind of growth companies. They're all kind of doing the same thing, right? Etsy missed earnings, dumped down, and look how long it took for it, but it did rip back to all-time highs. Or not all-time highs, but it did rip and close the gap. But look how long it took. So that's why I'm saying I got out of Snap this morning. It might take a little longer than expected. I do expect the stock to rip back, but I don't know when. Fiverr is the same story, and it's still going sideways. So keep an eye on this Fiverr. When it starts with momentum, it's going to fill this gap, and it's going to go a lot higher, in my opinion. So Fiverr, as soon as it turns a switch on like Etsy did, I think it rips. And Tesla, one more thing I wanted to say about Tesla since we're into it already. Tesla is a power earnings gap, okay? Remember, guys, when they do great on earnings and they rip on earnings, there's a bunch of companies that show you precedents. Look at this. DWAC gap up, and it just keeps going because its earnings were so good. It's called a power earnings gap and go. UPST, same thing. I've shown you these charts so many times. Power earnings gap and just never stopped. Team, same thing. Power earnings gap right here and just never stopped. So does Tesla do the same thing is the question. Keep an eye on Tesla. Pins, I have a lot of questions coming in about pins. Shouldn't it be $70? Shouldn't it be $70? The thing is, so if they accept the deal with Etsy, this thing's going to shoot up to $70 and it's going to go completely sideways. It's not going to go above 70. It's not going to go below 70. It's going to go completely sideways at $70. So if they say that we are not selling to PayPal, I think the stock comes back down to these levels down here. So pins is a very, very tough trade in my opinion. It's all based on rumors at this point. So if PayPal comes out and says, no, they didn't accept our offer, or someone else doesn't come out and say, oh, we want to buy pins for $80, then the stock could go way up. But if they say we didn't buy it, it goes way down. So if it's just based on news, based on a rumor, again, it's a binary event. I'm not interested in binary events. I don't play earnings for a reason because they're not in my favor. But other than that, I'm watching this Airbnb. It's getting really, really tight here. So you see the IPO base. IPOs usually do this. Very hot IPOs, huge run up, gets way overvalued, huge dump, and then it needs to base. It based under this 162 or 154, sorry. Based under this 154.50 for like a year. Or no, for like 4 months it based under there. Finally broke out of the base and now it's just chugging along higher and higher. If Airbnb gets 163 now, 163, I'll probably start an equity. And if it gets to 154.50, I will load equity. So 163, first equity buy, second buy 154.50. If it goes below, I will continue to add and I'll call out my calls. LRCX I called out yesterday. Any stock that gaps down huge on earnings that is a solid company, usually when they start to go green for the day, meaning, I explained this to you guys yesterday, big gap down, right? Wait for the first 15 minutes. Waited for the first 15 minutes. The low of the day is usually within the first 15 minutes. On a solid company on bad earnings, first 15 minutes they set a low. If they go down more after that and they hold that low, I will jump in. And yesterday I jumped in the 555s. I called yesterday 555s for like 230. Those went up to like $8, I think. And 560s, I called them at like $1 something, $1.10, $1.20 or something. And those ones went up to like $3. So you have like 200-300% on this LRCX. Another gap up overnight. I told you guys we would fill this gap all the way to 564, and it's well on its way there. Already over 559. So if you're in LRCX still, congratulations. Other than that, one stock I want you to keep an eye on for the long term is this MQ. People in the chat already know about this one. I've looked into this one. It's like Square, it's like PayPal, but it accepts crypto a long time ago. It's a great company. It has a huge database, huge users, and this one is great for the long term in my opinion, and I think they can be as big as Stripe. And here's AMD. AMD, the only resistance left is this 122.50. I've seen huge December orders come in here on this Thursday, and it's just kept running up ever since. Other than that, just watch the all-time high. How does it react there? If it takes out the 122.50, it should run. They have earnings coming up, so keep that in mind if you're in AMD. Other than that, everything looks fine on it. And keep an eye on this MQ. I absolutely love this stock. Thank you guys for attending. Let's see you in the chat. Sweet.